from the heart of New York City, it's Today with Jenna and Friends. With today's guest co-host, Golden Globe-winning actress Taraji P. Henson. The fun starts right now.
Hey everyone, happy Friday. It's January 17th. Yay! Look who's back. She was so fab, we had to have her twice. My co-host today, actress Taraji P. Henson.
Ooh.
Oh, look what you brought for me too.
Well, you know I have to bring it every time I come.
Yes, you do, and you do bring it every time you come. Now, we are kicking off the weekend with something kind of famous.
Yeah.
This is a Taraji Rita.
Taraji Rita.
Cheers.
In honor of your new show.
First week.
Yes, first week.
First week.
And you're killing it.
Thank you. You're killing it.
It's happy hour somewhere.
Whoa. Now, what is in this? Because this is not just any margarita.
No, it's my effervescent 7 Daughters Moscato.
Yes.
With a tequila of your choice.
Yes. This is your wine, by the way.
Yes. Mango juice.
Ooh.
And lime juices with some jalapeno. So it's has a little bite.
It's spicy, but you know what? It's not too spicy.
No, it's really good. Where's the picture? It's Friday. What are you doing?
If we told her it was all you can drink, whoa, that spice just hit.
That's why I came here.
That spice just hit. But can
good
we
thing.
give cheers to one special person who's watching right now?
Yeah.
And that is your grandmother.
My grandma, love her so much.
Tell us about her.
Well, first of all, she's the star of our family because she's the only one who's lived to see 100 years.
Yeah.
And she's still kicking. I mean, she's the first one on the dance floor. And my Uncle Kenny dances is her dance partner. She's mad at us for not, you know, she can't drive. We told her she can't drive anymore.
At 100.
She will remind us, y'all won't let me drive no more. And she always gets mad at me because she tells me I'm putting her business out there on the street. But she dates. She has this boyfriend and he's younger than her.
Oh, yes.
Well, you know what, Grandma, let me stop. I don't know if there's a boyfriend. She said it's
a companion.
Friend. A companion.
A companion.
You know.
A companion. Is she so proud of you?
She is. My grandmother's been with me twice to the Emmys. She's been with me to the Oscars. She is a superstar.
Will you bring her here next time?
Absolutely.
If there's a next time, please bring her here.
And the next time when we come, we're going to bring her famous upside-down pineapple cake. She makes the best upside-down
You know what?
from
That would have gone
scratch.
great with this margarita.
Are you kidding me? Yes. Oh, and she loves my 7 Daughters wine, by the way.
Who doesn't? All right, can we speak about Lenny Kravitz?
Oh. I'm sorry. We're live.
Let's talk Lenny Kravitz because he recently chatted with People magazine about his relationship with his daughter Zoe. He said that unlike all of us who found him to be like the coolest and the sexiest.
We still do.
I mean, we really do. And the kindest.
Have you seen that man do like his ab work?
Have you ever seen him? He works out in leather.
He's a true rock star.
I mean, really.
I wonder if he sleeps in leather.
I think he does. My thought is yes. But he said that Zoe never thought he was cool. Which makes sense.
It makes sense.
I mean, he also said he loves to embarrass her.
That's what parents do, though.
You thought your dad was cool.
I thought my dad was cool. My dad always had a fly leather trench, and he always looked like Shaft. He was like my hero. He put that leather trench on and whoop, in the wind. Yeah, he was my superhero.
Oh, don't you love that? You know what? My dad embarrasses me, I have to be honest. And sometimes I'll say to him, like, Dad, the attention's gonna be on you.
Right.
Try to just keep it cool, you know?
But how was it growing up with that? How was that?
Well, I loved him. I mean, he was...
Of course.
I love him.
Right,
And he was present.
Right.
He was paying attention to us.
Yeah, he was present.
And he made us feel like we could do anything.
Wow.
Barbara and me.
Well, good job, Dad.
Yes, but he does things like, I don't know if you saw him at President Carter's funeral where he gave a tap to President Obama. He gave a little man tap.
But you know
Look at this. Look at this move.
Right. But you know what? But that's a testament to their relationship.
Oh, I know.
You know, they know each other.
No, I know. And you know what?
Yeah.
I'm sure he was real disappointed because his girlfriend Michelle wasn't there.
Wait a minute.
Mrs. Obama.
Have you been paying attention to the comments online?
No, what?
It's hilarious.
Oh, that people wished they were together?
All the people were like, you could see it, like they did like these funny voiceovers. He's like, where's my girl?
Which she has said.
Yes.
I've been with them before where he's like,
Yes.
tell my girlfriend hi, because he loves her. But that
Yes.
little tap, I'm like, Dad, with something like that, just put out your hand.
No, that's
they
his
love
boy.
each other, like bros.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It literally lets you know that relationship is different and special.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh my gosh.
For
All right.
sure.
Well, Sofia Vergara recently looked stunning. She was on the Golden Globes red carpet. She looked incredible, and she chatted with Access Hollywood about her goals for 2025 and what she's manifesting. Take a look.
What are you manifesting for 2025?
Bueno, usually, of course, health, money. Yeah, a boyfriend.
None of those are a problem.
Or a lover, maybe.
I love it.
Or a lover, maybe.
Or a lover.
No,
I like how she says money. It's so
I know
exotic.
the way she says money is
Money.
like, you know, she's getting it.
Yes.
She's manifesting
she's
it right
getting the
there.
money, for
But a
sure.
lover, I mean, it made us wonder, what is the difference between a boyfriend and a lover? I guess she's just keeping everything on the table.
Well, she's being open because a boyfriend.
Yeah.
But then when you say lover, that's pretty broad.
Yeah, it is. It could be whatever she
It could be whatever.
manifest.
Whatever she manifests. She's good at manifesting. What are you manifesting for 2025?
Okay, well, I didn't, you know, when huge change comes your way and you
Yeah.
weren't really expecting it, I'm like, this is the first year I don't need to make a New Year's resolution. Like, we got to just build a show.
Yeah.
But you know what? One of the things that we've been talking about is fun is so underrated. I want to have fun in 2025.
important. It's
What about you?
important.
What are you manifesting?
More joy,
Yes.
more love, more travel.
Yes.
You know, I work so hard, and you know, I did a lot of traveling last year.
Yeah.
And I like it.
And you
I
had
wanna
so
do
much
more.
fun. What's
I
your
wanna do more.
sign? Not to. This
I'm a
is like we're on a
Virgo.
date.
I'm a Virgo.
I'm a Sagittarius. I think we complement
we
each
do,
other.
We do.
But Sagittarius
I don't
is
know,
love
my
travel.
first lover broke my heart. So.
And he was a
closing the door-
Sagittarius?
Yeah. Ooh.
Don't close the door to me, though. Don't blame
Okay,
it
I
on me.
open back up.
Don't blame it on me. Don't
I
close it on
open
me.
back
Okay,
up.
don't close
Okay.
it on me. All right. Okay, so pop culture news last week. We know that Zendaya and Tom Holland got engaged. We love them. We love
Yes.
her. She's
Yes.
remarkable. Well, back in November, they both got matching tats. They were in Boston, and they got little initials. Little initials.
Well, I guess that means they're.
She got a T tattoo right there.
Yeah, that means they're serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever done that?
I never got a tattoo yet.
I have several, but it's
Nothing.
nothing to do with a guy. Do you think that's a good or a bad idea?
I don't know. I mean, I think
I
you're...
don't judge.
No, I don't judge.
Yeah.
But I think you are, if you're, and you can always get it erased.
You
if we're
can.
honest.
You can.
But I think you're saying this person, I want them on my body.
But that's what babies do. They're babies.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yes.
And they're young. This is young love,
Yes.
and this is what you do. But look, they look happy to me.
Yeah.
They look like they found each other's soulmate.
Yes.
So
So good for them. All right, you know what? I found my soulmate in this margarita.
baby,
so
listen,
cheers.
cheers.
Well, we've got a great show for you today. Tony-winning actress and our dear friend Felicia Rashad is here.
Yes, but first, something fun for beauty lovers. We play Tool Time right after this.
All right, we are back with Taraji P. Henson, and since Taraji is a glamorous Hollywood actress, we thought it'd be fun to try and guess some unique beauty products in a game we like to call Tool Time.
Okay, guys, so we're going to pull a gadget out of the cart, and we have to guess what it's used for.
I'll just tell you,
my
we never
goodness.
know what it's used for.
Okay.
But let's try it. Okay, here's the first one.
What is
Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'll give you one. I know.
It's too early in the morning for these thoughts I'm having. It's too early in the morning for these thoughts.
Wait, there's another piece. Okay, that goes in there. It fits. I think that fits.
My brain is too dark.
Is it the margarita or what? Because my brain's there too. I think I know what
The
you
shot glasses.
do. Shot glasses? Oh!
What is she doing?
It's a suction.
A suction.
I know.
Sucking what? Don't take your makeup off.
I know, but I don't get it. It's a facial cupping. Okay, we're moving on because none of us know how to.
We don't
Have
know
you ever
what this
facial
is.
cupped before?
I thought this was like a catch.
Oh gosh.
Okay, let me be quiet.
Oh no.
Oh.
Everything looks dirty if you let it. You know what I mean?
This right here.
It looks like the butt pan that you make. You put it
Maybe
around
it's
your...
a suction ear.
Oh yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think
A
you put your
suction
ear in there.
and you can curl your hair.
I think you do.
So
Oh,
you
it
don't
looks
burn
chic
your
on
ears.
You. I think it's something for your ears. Is it?
Maybe it's butt suctions.
Oh no.
Maybe a butt.
Oh,
Oh, smart.
It's a wrist water.
So to keep the.
When
and
you're
somehow
washing your face.
I will still find
me
a way
too.
to wet the floor.
Me too. Me too.
It's not going to work for me, I know
too.
it.
Me too. It's
But a great idea.
Whoever invented this.
I would not have thought that.
Have you ever shopped, gotten targeted for stuff like this, either on Instagram or HSN or any of those places?
What do you mean targeted?
This comes up and you're like, I need a wrist washer.
Oh, yeah, they catch me all the time, and then I get it and it doesn't work like it's supposed
Yeah,
to.
exactly. Okay,
All
next
right.
bag.
Next bag.
I forgot what we were doing for a minute. Okay. I know.
Oh, I know what this is.
What? Do you have this?
No.
Oh.
You do this and you hold the phone. Hold the phone.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. She's right, because it says phone. It says phone case, Android.
And it's
Oh,
Android.
it holds lipstick.
No, I'm joking.
It holds lipstick.
It has nothing to do with your finger.
But also, I don't get it. It's not a phone case. You put it on your phone case? Yeah. Oh. You know what?
Okay,
I have a tween, and you know how the tweens are all into skincare now?
Yeah.
She doesn't have a phone, though, but whatever. Maybe one day.
Put it on a fake phone.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, last one.
Number 4.
So far, we haven't gotten anything.
What is this? Oh.
I don't know. It turns on. Look at lights.
Is it a pencil sharpener?
Oh, you plug it in.
It's a high-pitched sound. Maybe the sound does
Maybe it's
something
a
to the
frequency.
face.
It's a frequency thing.
What is it? Frequency.
I don't know. What is it?
What does it do?
It's a mini facial steamer.
Oh, where's the steam, guys?
Are you sure?
You didn't give us everything. We could have steamed right now.
Look, I'm gonna try it right now.
Oh, you can do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it right now.
You're not gonna drink that water.
No, not anymore.
You're drinking the Taraji.
I'm drinking what matters.
Does it heat? Has to heat up first, right?
Oh! It works.
Look at that.
It works. I don't know why.
Let's see how.
How does it feel?
It's cool, actually. It's not hot.
Do you like it?
I do. It's cool.
But it's not like steaming to where it. Oh,
you
it
know
feels
what that
really
is?
cool.
This is great if you're in perimenopause or menopause.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You have your own mister. You see how cool that is?
I love that.
It's not hot.
No, it's not opening your
I'm
pores.
gonna be.
But I guess you could put hot in there and it does the same thing.
Yeah, look over there.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Okay, up next, we're gonna head into the kitchen to learn how to make one of Taraji's favorite dishes right after this.
If there's one thing my friends know about me, it's that I love a good bowl of pho.
You sure do. And you make it yourself,
Yes.
which is amazing. But here to help teach all of us is Chef Nini Nguyen. She's gonna show us how to make her beef pho from her debut cookbook, Doc Be It. And you can follow along by scanning the QR code on your screen. Nini, hi.
Yes.
Hi.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Tell us about your debut cookbook. It's really exciting.
It's an extra special Vietnamese cookbook. Doc Viet means the special. It could be the special of the restaurant, or if you're being a little extra, you're being Doc Viet. And that was the only word that I could describe who I am and how I like to cook.
I love that. Okay.
So what are we making today?
We're gonna make beef pho. So here we have a couple of ingredients, and when I say a couple, I mean a lot.
And this is making the broth, for lack of a better word.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have our beef bones. We're gonna pop those in.
Beef bones. Wow.
Yes. And so the bones are blanched. The whole premise of like pho, you never want like a cloudy, murky pho. You want a clear broth, like consomme.
So you make the chicken
You
broth?
have to clean the stuff off the top, you know, when it foams.
Wow,
you
that's
scoop that off the
amazing.
top. And can I just show
Yeah,
that?
I like
I'm
it.
so
Let's.
excited.
Yeah.
So the reason why you're cooking the bone, because it's about the bone marrow. So the longer you cook it, the better the soup.
Are you an amazing chef? What's happening here?
I just love cooking. It's
You do?
therapeutic to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
And I love recipe. It's community for me.
Yeah.
Because it's a way to meet new people,
Yeah.
new cultures,
Yeah.
and things like this. And so, you know, I knew I was sick really bad one time, and I had to drink a lot of bone marrow broth.
Bone broth.
Bone broth. But this is how you make it. And so it's not good if it doesn't jelly when it gets cold.
Oh yeah, that's a sign of a good broth.
And even pho, like your pho will jelly.
It must.
Yeah.
Or
So-
you did something wrong.
So we put the bones and also these big onions.
Yes, onions and garlic. I mean ginger that we've charred.
You
look at
char
that
it. You have to
ginger.
char it. Very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
You must char it.
Okay. All right. Oops. Sorry.
It's okay. We're
Now
gonna throw it
all
on.
of these spices.
Yes, so I
you
toast it.
toast it?
So these have been
Oh my
toasted.
gosh, Taraji.
It's a variety of spices. I think it's very healing because you have like licorice, star anise, fennel.
I didn't put. Well, it's in the pack. I just don't know what's in the
Yeah.
pack. I do
Ginger?
know the cinnamon, the cloves.
Licorice, cloves,
Licorice.
cinnamon. This is black cardamom, green cardamom, black peppercorns, and coriander. And the longer you put the spices in, the like browner
this
the
smells.
sauce gets.
Smell. How
yeah,
amazing
I'm
that is.
clear on that
You
smell.
know, you
Yeah.
know that
It's
smell.
so pretty how you have it all.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so throw it in there.
So we're going to put it in a cheesecloth.
Oh.
And so you basically throw it all in, and then
this-
you wrap it up.
This is licorice.
That's licorice.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snip
Yeah.
it and put it in a food.
Don't worry, we're gonna put this one in.
Oh, okay, great.
So we wrap it up.
Just sniff it and put it in the food.
We wrap it up
So
in the
that's because you
cheesecloth.
don't want this stuff actually in there. You just want it
Exactly.
to- okay.
We just want it to infuse.
right.
And then next we have a couple of seasoning because you can't have your broth without having
Rock
seasoning.
sugar.
Yes. If you don't have rock sugar, you can use regular sugar.
Yeah.
We have salt and we have a little MSG. Now MSG is optional.
Okay.
So we're just gonna season it with just some salt.
But
little.
you just do salt in yours and it's delish, Taraji.
Yeah, you don't need much. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
No.
That right there is your seasoning.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the
exactly.
bone marrow, broth
Itself is salty. Okay, let's move down because now we're gonna make it.
Yes. yes. So in our bowl we have some noodles. We're gonna garnish everything first.
Oh, you garnish
So-
first.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
by
put
the
it
way,
in there
this
first.
is raw meat in the middle.
But
Yes.
it cooks when you put the
When
broth.
you pour the
look at
broth
that.
over.
This is not your first buff.
So I like to put, being dakbiet, like you can put whatever meat you want. We have some
Brisket.
smoked brisket.
You can,
And
that's
this
the
is
New
like-
Orleans in you.
Yeah.
Brisket is
Yeah.
always good.
There was a Texas Vietnamese chef that started doing this, and I'm like, that is
Genius.
very dakbiet. And so I started doing it. Or you can have like roasted bone marrow. We're gonna put a little bit of the
I'm gonna
beef.
try some of the raw just to see how.
you gotta have bean sprouts.
I love the bean
you
sprouts.
must have
Me
the
too.
bean sprouts.
Yeah.
Now, do you put this stuff on last?
I actually put like the first half. So the shallot, the onion, the green onion, and the cilantro. I'm just going.
You do now.
So I do now, and then I like to put the lime, the jalapeno, and the
basil.
Thai basil.
Should I
broth,
pour?
I like to
No, watch
aim
out.
it like
On
on
the
the raw.
thing.
Yeah. And I like a lot of broth, so
Me
that's
too.
good.
Okay, is that too much?
No, it's up to you.
You are your
Okay.
own chef.
Okay.
May I
Now-
broth you?
Please broth
Now,
me.
what is this sauce?
So we have
It's
hoisin sauce and
sriracha and
sriracha,
hoisin.
but for me, my grandma on my mom's side is from the north, so she doesn't put the sauce in.
Okay.
So it's like when your
Dip
broth
it.
is flavorful enough, you don't need the sauce.
Yeah.
And then, but I do like to mix those two and dip the meat in it.
Yeah, that
so
sounds
you
good.
already
Yeah.
know. I don't. Yeah.
She's
Because
already in
usually
there.
if you go to a restaurant, they give you a really nice spoon, a deep
Yeah,
spoon that
yeah.
you can pick and put.
By the way, we should mention we have the noodles in the bottom.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
the noodles in the bottom, so you're gonna break
I always
that
end up putting too much noodle in mine.
I know.
You think there's any too much thing? Is too much noodle? I don't think so.
Well, yeah, in a pho.
Because it'll soak up your
It'll
whole
sop
broth.
up. It'll and the noodle
Oh, and it
will
becomes, you know,
expand. Yeah.
So now I like to add the jalapenos and all.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And y'all can check out Nini's cookbook at today.com/books and get this recipe. Go to today.com/food.
Up next, a legendary actress who I go way back with, my good friend Felicia Rashad. After this.
For decades, Tony-winning actress Felicia Rashad has captivated audiences on the stage and screen.
She's also someone I share a deep connection with, and I'm so happy that she's here. Hi, Miss Queen Felicia.
Yes, hi.
Hello, Queens.
We are so happy you are here. I know the two of you go back a long time, and that she was wildly inspired by you, and I know she's making you proud.
She's making a lot of people proud.
Super sweet.
You sowed the seed, though. You and Miss Queen Debbie Allen. I found myself pregnant in college my junior year. I really ran out of money. I didn't know how I was going to finish, but I knew I was going to finish. And they started a scholarship in honor of their father, and I won it, 6 months pregnant. and I was able to finish school. So you and your sister and your dad, may he rest in peace, Andrew Allen, have a huge part of why I'm even where I am.
That's very kind and generous of you to say.
But it is true.
God, I love that. What was young Taraji like? Do you remember meeting her?
Light, full of light, full of energy. The fact that she was with child,
Yeah.
that just added to it. We said, that child is fierce. She's the one.
I mean, don't you love, like, we're in that moment, you've said before in speeches that people questioned you, and yet you walked across that stage at Howard.
With my son.
With your son, cradled in your arms.
Because it's people like, you know, if they didn't sow seeds into me, how would I know I could do things?
Yes.
How would I know I could make my dreams come true if people didn't go forth and I have a visual of it actually happening? And the fact that they're Howard alumni, like I went to that school. Do you understand how much hope that is?
Yes, yes.
Like I felt invincible. I won that scholarship and I was like, I felt like a star then.
Yes.
Because everybody, you know, auditioned for that. It's not easy to win that.
No. You know, Howard is such a special place.
Yeah.
What did it mean to you? And I know you've gone on to work there, be a dean there. What is that campus mean to this country?
It's more than brick and mortar. And you feel that when you step on that campus, you feel it right away. For me, specifically, my father was a graduate of the 1945 class from what was then the School of Dentistry and now the College of Dentistry. So I grew up hearing about Howard all my life.
Yeah.
The faculty, the scholars, some of the most brilliant scholars on the face of this earth at Howard University. And I was privileged, we were privileged.
We were absolutely privileged.
To be there
Yeah.
and to be taught by them.
Yes.
Ah,
Well, and
Clearly.
you are about to you direct a Broadway show.
Yes.
It's going to be in previews right here in New York City in the next month. Tell us a little bit about it.
the play is Purpose,
Yeah.
written by Tony Award winner Brandon Jacobs Jenkins.
Wow.
We had a production of this last year at Steppenwolf Theater in Chicago, one of the, well,
Yeah.
foremost regional theaters in our country,
Yeah.
founded by actors, so that tells you a lot right there. And it was hugely successful there, and we are very privileged to be able to go at it again,
Yay.
to go deeper into it, to enjoy it even more.
Oh, well, we can't wait. So that's starting soon here in New York City, February, right?
Our previews, yeah.
Start in February.
Start in
so if you're
February.
lucky enough to be in New York, let's go see Purpose.
Yeah, go to the Helen Hayes.
Amazing.
I will definitely be there.
I will too. I've got to get
will
there.
Absolutely be
That's
there.
my New Year's resolution, to see more theater. Okay, Miss Felicia, sticking around with a special surprise for an incredibly deserving Howard student. Get your tissues. This is going to be beautiful, right? After this. We are back with actress and producer legend Felicia Rashad.
Felicia and I just reminisced about our experience at Howard University, and now we get to do what we love most, pay it forward.
But first, let's meet a current Howard University star student.
I'm not afraid of anything.
My name is Trinity Janelle Garrison. I'm a junior musical theater major at Howard University. I live permanently in Miami, Florida with my parents, my little sister, and my grandmother. It was important for me to choose an HBCU because I have been privileged to learn theater in predominantly Black spaces for most of my upbringing in elementary and high school. When you walk into the College of Fine Arts, there's a collage of all of the artists, all of the alumni that have walked the halls. People like Taraji P. or like Chadwick Boseman, Felicia Rashad. Just learning more about the history of who walked those halls, it made me feel way more responsible for the art that I was creating. I am passionate about all three disciplines of musical theater, which are singing, dancing, and acting. When I'm on stage, I feel fearless. As a Caribbean American and first generation, I'm the first in my family to go away to college. I'm able to think about my family and feel empowered by that and feel them pushing me forward and their sacrifices and the sacrifices I've also made. It is an expense, and it is something that when I decided to go to Howard, I knew would be kind of a struggle, but it was a sacrifice that I knew I was making for the betterment of my career and for the betterment of myself as a person. I think Howard has allowed me to become an advocate for the Black experience, an advocate for women, and an advocate for humanity. I don't think I would have become the person I am today without Howard University.
What an exceptional young woman. Now Trinity is about to meet Taraji for the first time. Trinity, come on out. Hey, Sue.
Good to meet you. So
beautiful.
Hi. How are you?
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Trinity is here with us. Well, okay, first of all, you're exceptional. We loved watching your story, but what is it like to sit with these two women who have come before you?
Oh, gosh. Thank you so much for asking. I feel honored. Thank you for all you've done to make me be able to be here today. Without you guys, I don't think I would have felt empowered enough to do what I'm doing today and step into the space. So I'm more than excited and ecstatic to be here sitting with you.
Yay. Oh my gosh, what advice? I mean, I know that she probably doesn't need any, but if y'all could give her advice, Trinity advice, what would you say to her?
You have me. You have this queen here. We did it. You can do it. You're well on your way. It's one thing to dream, but it's one thing to see people that you look up to and admire actually go and do it. And that is literally the proof you need.
You know what? That's actually a perfect segue. And I know, Felicia, you wanna say something to Trinity.
Yeah, Miss Trinity. So, Trinity, I don't know if you're aware of this, but a number of years ago, my sister, Debbie Allen, and I decided to establish a scholarship in honor of our father. Taraji is a past recipient of the Dr. Andrew A. Allen Scholarship. And now you are the current recipient.
Thank you. Oh, gosh. I'm not going to cry.
It's okay.
Okay, but wait a minute. Hold on. That's not all. That's not all. Harbor View Equity Partners heard your story and were so inspired. They are proud to announce that they are granting you an additional $5,000 scholarship for a total of $25,000 so you can continue your theater studies at Howard University.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you to both of you and receiving this. Thank you.
How does it feel
From
to
you
be
guys?
seen?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like that.
To be seen this way, it feels, I'm so grateful. That's the only word that comes to mind.
Well, I will say this, you're doing something right.
Yes.
Thank you.
When things start just coming to you like this, that means your karma is right and you're doing things right. Don't change what you're doing.
Thank you so
Oh my
much.
gosh, that was incredible, Trinity. We adore you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
It's amazing. Up next, advice for women on how to recognize your self-worth and get ahead. Right after this.
Knowing your value and standing up for your worth is something I am very passionate about. And recently, 50 Cent articulated exactly how I feel. Take a look.
A bottle of water is $1 at the store, $2 at the gym, $4 at the airport, and $7 on a damn flight. Same water, different price tag. Why? It ain't about the water, it's about where it's at. See, when you feel like people ain't seeing your value, it ain't because you ain't worth much. It's because you in the wrong spot. Maybe you ain't around the right crowd. Maybe you stuck in a place that ain't built to recognize what you bring. So next time you feel underestimated, stop doubting your worth. Ask yourself, where am I standing?
Man, listen.
How good is that?
Church.
So good. And today we are going to help you advocate for yourself with some advice from Summer Allen. She's the author of Lose the Debate, a practical guide to emotional intelligence and successful dialogue. So this is such an important conversation, and I know that your work really centers around people knowing their self-worth. If people are sitting at home and wondering, like, do I even know it?
Right.
What do you say to them?
The first thing I would tell them is to really understand what the definition of self-worth and self-value it is. And so when we talk about how do you understand if you have it, is having a realistic self-awareness, so really understanding who you are, as well as a positive self-concept. So those are the first two components that we grounded in terms of
But how do you do that? Like, how do you actually put that to practice?
Absolutely.
You know?
And so it's about the self-reflection.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about true self-awareness, it's about sitting back and really understanding who you are, like understanding your strengths, your weaknesses, understanding your traumas, understanding your triggers, understanding how you were raised, and how all of these things kind of culminate into this equation of how we see ourselves. And so that self-concept is oftentimes a narrative that has been written based off of our past experiences, based off of our traumas, based off of how other people have told us who we were.
Totally.
And so it's about fleshing through all of those things and really understanding in actuality who you really are.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes knowing yourself requires courageous, risk-taking conversation.
There you go.
But it takes, like, when we hold each other's hands and stand up for each other, when we make these risk-taking statements, then it's a testament that this is a true story. And it affects me.
And that people have your back, and it affects you, but it affects
them.
a ton of
Exactly.
women.
It's not just my story.
No.
I'm not speaking just for myself.
no.
I'm speaking for all of us.
Yes. And Taraji's talking about pay equity, which we know has not changed enough for women, particularly women of color. I mean, it stayed almost static for 20 years. So what do you say about that and how we can really make change?
It takes the allies in the workplace to really be realistic and truthful about the situation that is taking place in terms of pay equity. It also takes individuals being bold and being courageous and saying the things that people often find hard to say. Like Taraji. Like, I understand my worth. I know that there's a disparity. I know that there's a level of unfairness that exists. And so when you have individuals who are courageous enough, to hold account to the system, and individuals within the system that are courageous enough to make change, that's the only way we're going to move forward in terms of really being able to improve pay equity. But it also starts with individuals understanding their worth and being able to have enough courage to do that.
To have those conversations. So, but what if you do know your worth, but you're working, you know, I'm sure there's plenty of people watching that are like, but I do know what I'm worth, and yet my boss doesn't seem to see it. My colleagues don't seem to recognize it.
That's a tough one, but it goes back to what 50 Cent said.
Yeah.
And so
then you're not in the right
You're
place.
not in the right environment.
Exactly.
You're not at the right organization. You're not under the right leader. The challenging part is oftentimes people who don't have a high self-value and worth, guess what? They come into the position and they say, you know what? I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
I'm just happy.
I think a lot of people work from a place of fear.
There you go.
And you can't grow in fear.
Yeah.
You can't grow in fear. Someone has to rise above that fear, because that's the only way change is going to happen. Everybody being quiet and going to their little corners and just
not
surviving. That's not helping yourself
or anyone,
and it's not helping anyone.
Yeah. And when you talk about surviving, that's what we really focus on, especially when we talk to executive women in organizations, is surviving versus thriving.
Yeah.
Are you in a scarcity mindset? Are you operating out of fear? Are you operating of, I'm just happy to be here, versus, no, I actually have value to bring? Because it's a completely different mindset when you shift over.
So you have this really great to-do list for people at home that are like, I'm better than this.
Yeah.
What's sort of you're ready for more? What's your to-do list?
The first thing is really to ground yourself in your level of self-awareness. Like, self-awareness is truly the pinnacle of this entire process. And so the first one is really do a self-analysis. And what I do is we walk people through what we call a value proposition, where you sit down and you really write down the reality of who you are. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? You know, where can I thrive? Where have I seen myself thrive? Where do I actually have evidence of this in my life? And also, you know, what are some of the challenges that I've experienced, but what are the resilience points that exist there? And so when you write it down, you get to really see realistically who you are. So that's the first thing, that self-awareness is key. The second thing that we always talk about is, even though I know a lot of people say, I don't care what other people think, but in all honesty,
we do.
It's not a matter of you determining your self-worth and value based off of what other people think of you, but it's about you gathering data and feedback from individuals who know you, who can be able to show you like parts of yourself that sometimes we can't see. Yeah, it's that Johari's window. Like, maybe I don't see those certain points of me, that I don't show up in my full self, but other people have seen it.
Yeah.
And so what does that look like, and how do other people receive me and perceive me in the world? In that, one of the other things I always say is really being able to ground yourself in the ability to release perfectionism.
Yeah. It's very,
That's a trap.
That's
It's
a trap. It's a trap.
and also
Because what's perfection?
it's boring.
By
What does
whose
it look like?
standards?
Yeah, exactly.
But by whose standards?
exactly.
Who's judging what's perfect or
exactly.
not?
There you go.
Exactly.
You'll drive yourself crazy.
You will
Exactly.
absolutely drive yourself.
Yeah.
And it's unrealistic. And
Yeah.
it sets you up for this space where then if you do anything incorrectly or make any mistake,
Yeah, you're hard on yourself.
you're hard on yourself, and it impacts how you see your value and
Yeah.
your worth. And that's not the case. And so life is about making mistakes and making
Totally.
corrections and learning from that and adding those mistakes and how you were resilient in them.
seasons you.
There you go. It seasons you.
What
That,
I
it
always
adds
like
to your
say,
value.
You're never gonna know if the stove is hot. You gotta touch it.
Got to touch it a little bit.
Yeah.
At least got to get close.
Failure, I know, and failure is important. Like, I don't know that we let our
It
youngest
builds
generation
character.
fail enough.
It builds character.
It
No,
does.
you're right about that.
Right?
We're too busy giving them what we didn't have.
Exactly.
go.
We got to let them fail. You're
Yeah.
the
Have to.
best.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was so interesting.
Absolutely.
And
Thank
to
you.
check out Summer's book, Lose the Debate, go to today.com books.
Yeah, and we're going to read that one. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll be back right after this.
Yes.
That was so great. Thank you. Can we please thank Taraji for co-hosting? We hope you had a little fun. We adore you.
You gave me drinks. It was amazing.
We had so much fun with you.
Yes.
You're a queen. Thank you for being here. Next week, Scarlett Johansson will be co-hosting with me all week long. Plus, we have actress and singer Nicole Scherzinger. She's going to stop by. Topher Grace. We're going to have a good week.
A great.
Bye, y'all.
Yay,
Thank you. Have a good week.